Well, there goes Sunlight Blade, but at least he's down. Okay. Oh, Fangbore Helm. Cool. But now can I use the bonfire? Now I can use the bonfire. What? Rabu. Garbage. Garbo. I'm calling shenanigans on that. What? That's... No. I've never had that happen. Usually, I've most certainly ran by both of those boards and sat at this bonfire before. Oh, whatever. Was that an update? Has that been updated? That's garbage. That's no way. Alright, well, at least we get Sunlight Blade back and we get a closer bonfire now, because that's not the most fun run. Okay, well, I've opted for a new strategy because I'm sure it will probably work better. We've got Slumbering Dragoncrest Ring and Lingering Dragoncrest Ring. Paired with Hidden... No. Well, that's not good. Paired with Hidden Body, which this is getting... Man, what I would give for another slot. It would be so nice just to have another catalyst. Hidden Body. So now I shouldn't draw the attention of any archers, well, he's already gotten my scent, but any other archers, any of the mages that are too far away. See, these guys are just kind of... I know crystal enemies should be tanky. Like, they should take a lot of hits, no doubt. But it's annoying how much damage they do. And I understand I'm not top level, but even when you are relatively high leveled here, they still pack a punch, especially when buffed. And buffed is one thing, but I don't know. I just I think they're an uninteresting enemy it's just rare in Dark Souls, but they're an uninteresting enemy, and their only claim to fame, so to speak, is that they do a lot of damage. They take a lot of hits, they do a lot of damage. That's it. So it's not really like, well, okay, that does more damage than I thought it would. I actually was under the impression that magic weapons would be very weak against these guys. That's not the case. Even though magic is not good against Seath and most of the enemies here, but it is still doing more than I would expect, which is good. I'm glad. Okay, we definitely need this for up here. Uh-oh, something's gone wrong. Okay, I just had something weird. My capture device just suddenly stopped functioning and said copyright content HTPC was going on, so that was really weird. I don't know what that was about. It's a very strange thing. I understand that's a whole conversation to have, but I don't know if that was very odd. I don't know what was going on there. I actually had it, the only other time I've had this capture card give me any trouble was when I was trying to record a homemade VHS. Yep, a homemade, shot on a camcorder in the 1990s VHS that I was trying to copy over to digital, and it was telling me that homemade VHS was copywritten protection. I was like, no. No. This is where I worry about like technology in the future. This is kind of like Black Mirror-ish in a way, but what if we get to a point now where it's like your smartphone like won't unlock? It's like, oh, we don't recognize you anymore. It's you, but we don't verify. It's like, I'm just worried about dying here again because I'd rather not. Just stuff like that. It's sometimes technology is the best thing and the worst thing. I say that we live in a good era. We really do. There's plenty of negatives that come with it, but we live in a great time. But there are just a few things where now that we've become so reliant on certain things, it's when all right. When something like that happens, it's like, imagine if that was like locking you out of my bank account. I know this is just me recording a video that no one cares about. But what if it was something like you needed Face ID to log into your bank and you couldn't get into your bank? Then what? Then what? And sometimes they say, oh, someone will fix it. But who? I don't know. I just don't have as much faith in the system or in other people as others do. Like if I end up out somewhere out of money or whatever, no one's going to help me or whatever. No one's going to assist you to get... I just don't. I'm someone who... I'm not trying to be super negative, but I'm someone who plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's always been my... Oh no, he's at the top of the stairs. Somebody stop him. No. God damn it. Alright, we're going this way. I don't want to get pinned. Sometimes I think it's better that I'm one-handing this now too, because I can actually get more... No, you mother... Alright, that guy's going down. So over that guy. That guy is... He's on my shit list now. He's getting Sunlight Blade. Oh yeah. Here it comes. Oh. Someone's getting Sunlight Blade. This guy's getting Sunlight Blade. Taste vengeance. Oh. Feels so good to dish out. I can't tell you how good it feels to dish out damage. Oh. Gosh. Killing enemies in 2 or 3 hits? Is this really a broken straight sword playthrough? Oh. Mmm. Taste vengeance. See, I never... That didn't last long. God damn it. That was really nice while it lasted. Man, his shield bashed me again. Yeah, maybe I should try out the other ring to see how long I can make this last, because this... Why are they buffed? I ran in there before I was ready. God damn it. Give me that. Okay, they're buffed. Got it. Ouch. See, that was half my life. Alright. Okay. We've reclaimed the situation. Sort of. Forgot he was there. I forgot because I don't do this often. Backstab, not really worth it. If I've got the buff on, I might as well just swing. Oh, what a difference. Look at the difference. I went from doing 200 damage to 10. Oh, wow. That's a good buff. That's a really good buff. I'm so glad we've got that. And we're coming up on my other buff that I'm hoping will kind of plow me through the rest of the playthrough. Or carry me. And plow is a strong word. Carry is a much softer one. Crystal Straits. I take the Crystal Shield. I've never done a Crystal run. Maybe I should do a Crystal run sometime. Which is the other thing. As soon as we get the Ember here, I can... What? I thought that was the shield. The spell. The cast the shield spell on the... Shield spell. You cast the spell on the shield. The spell. Not the... I don't remember that being a fucking mimic. God, that... God, it just shows how often I don't... I usually just run straight through the Duke's Archives for the most part. Alright, this is becoming more challenging than anticipated. God damn it. Okay, so I guess that's a mimic. Clearly, I should have paid more attention. I really... And he's buffed. If you look carefully, he's buffed at the moment by the channeler. Okay. I really didn't remember there being a mimic there. That was genuine shock. That was almost felt like playing Dark Souls again for the first time. Okay. Mimic, who I don't remember being there at all. Taste Sunlight Blade. Oh. There we go. Does he have the spell? Is that what I was forgetting? No. Okay, it must be a floor up or that chest over there, because I don't remember there being a mimic there, but I was thinking about it, and it's been a long time since I've done the Duke's Archives fully and completely. I usually even do the elevator skip, just to not have to deal with Seath. It's been a long time since I've done the Duke's Archives this way. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh yeah, we can run through it. It won't take that long, but it takes a little bit of time, more than you think. And I guess okay, is this a mimic? Just gotta make sure now. No, it must be a floor up. Strange. I remember it being on the first floor when you first come in. It doesn't quite work out right. The invisible areas are cool, and I like some of it, but having the butterflies and the golems in there, I guess they're good. I kind of, it feels like it needs one more enemy. Same with in here. I feel like we need... The snake men are odd. I guess they're kind of Seath people, I guess, but I felt like we needed, like... He needed something like, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the, I wish I had a buff for this, and I have this, so I guess we'll use that. I'm thinking of, if anyone's ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, which, by the way, excellent show. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Probably, like, top 5. I don't have, like, an exact list of my favorite shows, but, God, that's a show I really, really enjoy. It's a really good show. Don't let the cartoony or anime whatever throw you off from it. Really, really good show. And I highly recommend it. If there was a show I would recommend to someone who hadn't seen it before, that would be it. But I'm thinking of, you've got the Great Library in the desert in that show, if you know what I'm talking about. There's a gigantic Great Library with an owl who, by the way, an owl would have been a way cooler boss than some of the bosses in this game. I don't know why there isn't an owl. Maybe there's in Dark Souls 3. We'll see. But I'm thinking of how that owl, what is his name? Something he who knows 10,000 things. He's got a name, but he's got like fox knowledge seekers. He's got like a whole bunch of foxes that go out of the library, seek knowledge, and bring it back. I wish Seath had something like that. The channelers are the closest thing here, but the channelers are more like, they act sort of like small mini bosses. And I wish we just had something more like common, like little foxes who run around and collect information and get parried. Okay, well, almost. I wonder if I'd be doing more with the lightning. Yes, much, much more. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it goes. That was a lot of damage. That was really good critical damage. Excellent. Goodbye, Crystal Knight, the guy who has no lore around him. People like to speculate on that guy, but he's got nothing. He's just a dude. He's just a dude in really cool crystal armor who I dig his crystal armor. And you don't see his armor used very often. I guess it's because crystal weapons, armor, shields, once they degrade to 0, and you can't you can upgrade them to get crystal lizards. You can upgrade them to keep them around, but once they hit 0 and they're fully upgraded, that's it. Their durability is done, which is an interesting trade-off. There we go. I'll take that. And then you get a really cool staircase ascending up here, and it starts to get more and more crystal. This whole area, it really is cool, and I don't give it enough credit. And then you get what I would say, I always say Dark Souls is more, it's unforgiving, it's not unfair. This is the one unfair part of Dark Souls. There's no way someone playing through the first time not following a guide that tells them anything. Actually, I want to probably put on the... Do I want to put on the other one? There's nothing... Oh, no, this is good. This is the one spot you really need a Ring of Sacrifice, because you're intended to die in here. And someone playing through the first time couldn't possibly know that. It's just like, oh yeah, you have to die here. And it's like, we kind of accept that because we've played this game and love it, but it's kind of one of the bigger flaws. I get why, but it still kind of sucks. Hello, Seath. Goodbye, Seath. It's the only fog door in the entire game that you can walk into a boss, politely wave to the boss, and walk away from the boss. No other fog door in the game can you just exit like that. Which, that in itself, I assume was them allowing a player to maybe recoup who had a lot of souls and humanity, who doesn't want to lose them, because you have to die here. So if you don't have the ring, you're going to lose all your stuff. You could make your way back to it, but the likelihood is low. When you look at it from like a developer point, I get it. You come up here and you might notice, someone who's been doing co-op would probably notice that there's been no co-op in the area. But it doesn't matter, whatever if you have projectiles, ranged weapons, which we don't, so we can't even reach Seath. Actually, the only thing I don't want to do is get cursed here, because that would be annoying. But you can't do anything to him. You just come in here, he blasts you, and it's like, oh no, I guess the idea is supposed to be like, oh, he's too powerful, you can't fight him, he's too strong. But it kind of feels cheap. Unfortunately, it comes off as cheap. Like, they didn't quite execute it properly in a game where no other time was that like that. Any other time you walk into a boss room, even the final boss, it's like, okay, you never saw him before? You can. You can beat him your first time if you're good enough. But then you appear here, it's kind of like, what? What's going on? I don't know. What's happening? That's unusual. But it would suck if you didn't realize that and had, oh, I don't know, a good number of souls and humanity on you. That would be unfortunate and unfair. It's the only unfair part of Dark Souls that I can think of. Some people might feel differently, but I think it's the only unfair portion in the whole game. And put back on sorcery. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll sit here. A bonfire that actually works. Go figure. Yeah, I'm gonna kindle that because I could use one more. I did at least one playthrough where I think I kindled every single bonfire all the way. Granted, I had to grind for a lot of humanity to do that, but and can we level up? We can. Health? Yeah, health. Level 69. Woo-woo. And this is kind of a cool sequence. You kind of like, oh no, they got me. They imprisoned me. Dun dun dun. Dead. Good thing that guy dies in one hit, right? I'll take that. It almost feels like they were really going for a more cinematic feel here. Nowhere else in the game. Once you leave Anor Londo, there's the Tomb of the Giants, Lost Izalith, and I don't know what the what's going on with the Four Kings area, but none of that feels very cinematic. This whole area feels cinematic. You work your way in here, you're feeling like a hot shot. Seath smacks you down, you're scripted to die. It's one of kind of like the only real scripted parts. Then you come through here, you get your way out of the cell, you fight your way out, and then the snake men turn on the thing, and it's just, it feels like real-time cinematic, like they're trying to go for that, but it's nowhere else in the game is that really applied. So it feels kind of like they tried something and it didn't really work, because Dark Souls doesn't really work too well that way. At least the formula. I mean, I think they've got it down now, and I think it's always worth trying stuff. Okay. How much damage am I doing? Not enough. Not enough damage. Let's recoup, buff. Now these are the only enemies in the entire area. Well, not in the entire area, but I like these. The Bazakas are cool. I like the Bazakas. They've got a... don't want to get grabbed. They've got a wide move set, a dangerous grab, that spit attack. They're interesting. They're hostile and aggressive as long as that ambient noise is playing. And when you learn about the lore behind the Bazakas, that the Bazakas are most likely the handmaidens of Guinevere, who Seath has kidnapped and experimented on, and not sure what he was going for. If he was going for like Medusa squid people, he nailed it. If he was going for anything else, failed bad, because I see Medusa squid people, Medusa serpent squid people, which I guess is maybe the connection between the snakes. I don't know. Like the snakes sort of feel like Seath's, just because they appear here, and they appear at Sen's Fortress, which you maybe like Seath put them there. You know, maybe Seath had a hand in making Sen's Fortress. That's just speculation, though. I don't actually know that. I don't know anything, really. That's what's interesting about the lore in this game. So much of it has just come from the community, and that's what I know. What I know about the story is 95% from the community, 5% from the game. It's kind of fun that way.